What's good, geeks? I'm Jake, and I am Gen X.
I'm Anna, I'm Gen Z,
and we are Generational Geeks. So it's been a little while since we've done a series review. Today we are reviewing The Haunting of Bly Manor. This is mostly an adaptation of a novella from 1898 called Turn of the Screw by Henry James. But it also included some of his other works and some stuff that was created just for the show. This is also the second season of Mike Flanagan's The Haunting anthology series, which this is a follow-up for The Haunting of Hill House, which came out in 2018. And I really did enjoy
I liked that one. I watched it all in one day.
Aubrey and I watched it
beginning to end.
Aubrey and I watched it about a year ago. And then when The Haunting of Bly Manor came out, Anna hadn't seen Hill House, so her and Aubrey watched that one.
Mind you, this was not when we watched Haunting of Bly Manor. It was when it came out.
Yeah. So this came out in October, but we just watched it over the last couple weeks. So
yeah. Some of the cast that was in Hill House is actually in the series, and I noticed it throughout, but I wasn't sure who was who. And I pointed one out, and I was like, "Hey, isn't that kind of looks like blank?" And Mom was like, "That is blank." And I was like, "Oh, okay." So Victoria Pedretti, something.
Yeah.
Spaghetti. She was Danny. Oliver Jackson, Cohen. I think so. Which was Peter. This was created by Mike Flanagan, who also made Hush, Gerald's Game, and Dr. Sleep. And I don't think either of us have seen any of those.
I haven't. I think we're going to watch Dr. Sleep.
Yes.
Because we just watched The Shining not too long ago, and that's a
sequel.
To The Shining.
It looks good from what we've seen. So.
Yeah, definitely.
And I mean, with this guy's directing skill, then...
Yeah, we'll see.
Hopefully.
I haven't looked at any reviews for it. Sleep Doctor, so...
Sleep Doctor? Dr. Sleep?
Dr. Sleep, whatever.
You're doing the red rum version of it.
So this will be a spoiler-free review. We'll only talk about things that were in the trailer and things that happened early on in the first episode.
Stuff that just isn't really important to the plot.
So this show was 9 episodes, and each episode was anywhere from 45 minutes to an hour, basically. This was rated TVMA for violence, language, and smoking. I would not recommend this for children or young teens.
It is listed on Netflix as a mystery drama horror type thing, which, I mean, there were parts of it that...
It fit all 3 of those.
Yeah. And was, as we said when we were talking about Hill House, it was released in October of 2020, and we watched it over the span of a week or so.
Yeah, her and Aubrey had actually watched the first 2 episodes.
3. First
3? Oh, so they had to rewatch the first 3 episodes when I started watching it.
But we watched the first 3 episodes in one day. And then we watched, the first 2 episodes in one day, and then we did the 3rd one, and then and a day later.
Yeah. Well, I watched the first 2, and then we didn't watch it for 4 or 5 days, and then we went back to it.
So we could have very easily watched it in a shorter time span, but we didn't.
Holidays, schedule, work, school, all that good stuff. So basically, a young lady who is Danny is hired by her man to look after his niece and nephew at their family estate. Their parents...
Called, fittingly, Bly Manor.
Yes, the estate is called Bly Manor. Their parents died, and then they had another au pair that was killed, but she died. They don't really explain it.
In the trailer.
Yeah. So, soon after Danny gets to Bly Manor, weird things start going on, and the dark history of Bly Manor starts to reveal itself. That's basically it in a nutshell.
Yeah. I think it covers everything pretty well.
Yeah.
I don't think there's really many questions left.
No.
I mean, a few small ones, but...
So, what?
I was going to say, so what stood out as positive?
Positives for me was there were some good plot twists. Some things that I didn't necessarily see coming. I mean, there were some obvious ones, but there were definitely some unexpected plot twists. So...
For me, there was some stuff that was, like, I thought it was confusing, and then as the story went on, it explained them in a well-mannered way.
Yeah, they did a good job explaining it. The one
Emphasis on the mannered, because it's a pun.
Wow. The one thing that threw me for a little bit of a loop is the first scene, it says 2007.
Oh.
And then it cuts away to the next scene. And when I watched it the first time, I didn't see that it said 1987. So when I got several more episodes in, I thought we were still talking 2007. So I had to go back and look on my phone. I went back.
He likes to point out shows' mistakes. Like, we'll be just watching something happily, and he's like, hang on, I have to go back because I missed something.
Whatever. So, The Haunting of Hill House, it was good, and it was good enough to get us hooked and wanting to watch
Bly Manor.
Bly Manor. This was not a direct sequel.
Like sequel or
this
anything.
was
It was
completely
just
separate. This whole new story.
Thingy.
So if you
whole
haven't,
new characters,
if
whole
you've
new
seen
story.
Haunting of Hill House, you haven't seen Bly Manor yet, don't expect them to be connected in any way other than the director and a couple of the actors.
Yes.
Yeah. So, speaking actors, I thought the performances were really well executed.
Especially, like, the kids. Like,
yeah.
For as young as they, like, appeared to be and stuff, they were really, really good.
Some of the stuff that stood out as negative for me, this was 9 episodes. I think they could have easily cut it back to like 7.
Really?
Maybe 8, yeah. I think they could have
Say
cut
8.
off an episode or 2. But which is weird for me to say, because at the same time, most of the episodes felt like they ended too soon.
Yeah.
It's like, so it's kind of weird. I feel like I feel like the series overall could have been shorter, but each episode left me wanting more, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, stuff that stood out as negative to me, I can't really go into too much detail because it's like spoiler territory. But there's still one thing that they left it half answered. It was in like the very last episode, so
well,
again, can't go too far into it because spoiler territory, but yeah. That's really my only complaint, though.
Are you sure they left it half unanswered?
Yeah.
Or did you just miss something? We'll talk off camera.
Yeah, well, I'll have to ask you about what thing you want to cut out.
Oh, yeah. My final rating for this is probably 7.5.
A 7?
7.5? I mean, Haunting of Hill House was like an 8 to 8.5. This is 7.5. I don't think it was as good as Haunting of the Hill House.
I say 8 because I'm going to give Haunting like an 8.7.
Okay. Well, there you go. I would watch it again. Maybe cut out, fast forward through some stuff. I don't know. Make the series a little bit shorter.
I'm not watching it again with you.
Unfortunately, Mike Flanagan did say that there are no plans for another season of the Haunting Anthology series. But that's because they're focused on other projects. So that doesn't mean that it couldn't come back at some point.
Yes, I hope it does because it's really good.
Yeah.
He does really good. He
like
does.
it.
I mean, I want it to come back, but at the same time, I don't because I don't want them to mess it up.
Well, it's not Disney Star Wars.
Well, I mean, you see it with like other things, like
Yeah.
even shows like The Office. Like it went on too long, and it
Oh
got
no, it didn't. You're crazy.
after Michael left. It kind of,
No.
yeah,
No.
yeah.
He wasn't the whole show.
No, he wasn't, but still.
Yeah.
But some shows just go on too long.
Some do, definitely. Like Supernatural.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
You agree with me on that one?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. That's surprising.
You're just trying to get under my skin.
Yes. So make sure, if you like our content, you subscribe to our channel. If you like this video, hit that thumbs up and leave us a comment. Let us know
Share
if
us
you've
with your
seen
friends, your family, your grandma, and her grandma. Yeah.
your great-great-grandma.
Yep, but
Yeah.
she can share it with her grandma.
Have you seen The Haunting of Bly Manor?
Tell us
so,
what you thought about it.
Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Got anything else?
No.
I'm Gen X.
I'm Gen Z.
And we are Generational Geeks.
Gen Geeks?
Gen Geeks.
We are Gen Geeks.